Electronic Arts just a couple of hours ago had their earnings call, and so they appear to already be working on PlayStation 5 games. And if you take into consideration that a AAA video game nowadays takes 2, 3, 4 years to develop, there's already PlayStation 5 games definitely not only from Sony itself but also from third-party developers, in the pipeline and already being worked on. And as a video game analyst, I cannot praise Sony's content strategy for the current console for the PlayStation 4 high enough. So they did a fantastic job in pushing out exclusive games for the PlayStation 4. And as long as they continue with that content strategy for the next console generation, for the PlayStation 5, I personally am highly optimistic about PlayStation's future.
Okay, Nintendo will switch gears here. Finally, and legally now, Super Mario is going to be available in China. How big is that going to be for Nintendo?
Yes, I think it's a first step for Nintendo. I think that investors watching this now should have patience about Nintendo's China business. So the Chinese regulators are very, very slow in approving new gaming content. So the first game for the Nintendo Switch being approved is a good sign, but one game for the launch in China is not enough. So you need at least a handful of games for the launch in any game market, and that includes China. So I think that the launch in the Chinese market may take some more time, but I'm not too worried about that because Nintendo's content is traditionally there's no violence in it, there's no problematic imagery in Nintendo's games. So I think it should go relatively smoothly over the next couple of months in terms of regulations in China for Nintendo.
Does this just make the gap between Nintendo and Sony even bigger, Serkan, when it comes to the gaming side of the business?
Yeah, so I think that both did a pretty good job in the current console generation that we're in. So the Sony PS4 has absolutely, I have to say it this way, killed the big rival console, the Microsoft's Xbox, this current console generation. And Nintendo absolutely bounced back from the disastrous previous console cycle, where the Wii U was a big flop, one of the biggest flops in Nintendo's history in terms of video games. And they they bounced back now with the Switch. So they both did a pretty good job still doing a pretty good job in the current console generation. The big one that I'm a little bit worried about in this two-horse race is actually one that is not listed up on screen right now, and that's Microsoft.
Hi, I'm Emily Tan, and thanks for watching CNBC. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more. Thanks for watching.